Hello and welcome back to the Cozy Alpine Stocking Crochet Along. My name is Erin Taves. I am the crochet designer behind Juniper and Oaks. I love to just use interesting crochet stitches to crochet along fun and interesting home decor items with you. This is part 3 of the crochet along. If you have missed the other parts, if you're just new to watching this, go ahead and click the link down below to go to the blog post. It has the free written instructions as well as all the other videos and parts for this crochet along. Or you can click above to watch the YouTube playlist for them. If you are continuing along with us with part 3, today we're going to be making up this cuff up here. We're going to move back to our color A and start crocheting up this cuff. It is a long cuff that we fold in half, and for part 4 we're going to be crocheting along, we're going to be creating this embellishment here. Also included in part 3 is this hook, this loop that goes on a hook. So we'll be crocheting that halfway through this section. I'm really excited to crochet this up with you, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to go grab my sample that I'm working up with you right now. Okay, to start round 46, the cuff, take our color A and we're just going to join. I like to drop both the ends to the back, and then what we're going to do is work single crochet in every stitch all the way around. So here's our first stitch. We work a single crochet, and then in the next stitch just a single crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around. One single crochet, remember this is US terms, one single crochet all the way around for round 46. When we get to the end of round 46, we are not going to slip stitch to join, we're not going to chain one, we're not going to turn, we're just going to work at the top of that first stitch and just continue working around. If you want, I still need to cut my other end there, but you may want to secure your ends together so they don't come loose. And perhaps in that first stitch, you'll want to place a stitch marker so that in subsequent rows you will know where your first stitch is. I don't typically use stitch markers, but I know many people like to use them, so there's a little tip for you. We're working a single crochet in every stitch all the way around. Then I'm showing you what to do once we get to the beginning of the round. Okay, we are getting back to the start of our round, and that was our last stitch right there. So now we are ready to start round 47. Round 47, in this first stitch right here, marked with our stitch marker, that is where we're going to do just the first stitch, a single crochet, and then we're doing a single crochet all the way around. So we're starting round 47. Continue in the same manner as we did 46 for 10 more rows. So we're going to do rounds 46 through 56 are just single crochet in each stitch all the way around in just this similar manner, where we're not joining with a slip stitch, we're not chaining one, we're not turning at the end of each round. We are simply just continuing on around, round and around and around until we are ready to start round 57. So go through round 56 and I will meet you there to start round 57. Here we have up to round 56. I have done round 56 here, just single crochet all the way around. And now for this next part, we're going to work very similarly, but right over here, once we get to this section right here, we're going to be creating a little loop here for your stocking to hang on a hook. So for this round, you're going to work into the first stitch and then the next 27 stitches. So 1, 2, just a single crochet in every stitch. 3, 6, 27. So that 27, that's stitch 27 plus the first stitch is, so that's 28. 28 stitches. Then I'm going to take my stitch marker here and, oh, don't snag the yarn. And I'm going to place it here. I guess this isn't the best stitch marker in the world, but it's cute. It's a little acorn. Got that from my knit crate box a few months ago. Okay, so we place the stitch marker, and now we're going to do 12 foundation single crochets. So to do a foundation single crochet, we're going to chain 2, and then in that first chain, we're going to kind of do, in the first chain we're going to insert our hook, pull through the yarn, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that is our first foundation single crochet. Now, the next stitch, we're going to be working into this area under here. You'll see there's a V down here. Let's work into those 2 loops of that V. Pull up a loop. So now we have 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and now here, ooh, I got a little funky thing going on with my yarn here. And ignore it. I'll show you again where that is. Here is the loop with our hook. And you have those 2 bits. Right here, you'll find your 2 loops for your V. You're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2. You can't really see what's going on with the second one because of my funky yarn. So go through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 3 foundation single crochets. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2. Okay, insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So I've lost count here, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Doesn't matter. So we're going to do 12. Okay, once you've done your 12 foundation single crochets, you're going to slip stitch into that last single crochet that you did. It should have your stitch marker in it. So you're just going to do a slip stitch to that stitch, and then in the next 20 stitches, it should be, you should do a single crochet in each stitch. So single crochet until you get back to the beginning of the row. Okay, and then you have on this side this nice loop for you to hang. You can choose if you want to make your loop bigger or smaller by increasing or decreasing the amount of foundation single crochets. Okay, so now we are ready for round 58. In round 58, I have a special note here. We're going to be turning our work in round 58, and the stitches are going to be able to lay with the right side showing once it's folded down. And then we're working in the back loop only here to make it a ridge, so it's easier to fold down. See, does that make sense? So where we are is we're here. This would be the wrong side of your work. We're going to be folding it down. So we're going to turn our work here so that the right side will still face out. And then we're going to work in the back loop only so that we have this nice ridge that we know right where we're going to fold it. And that will make sense here as we get started. Okay, I think I made an extra stitch there. All right, so for round 58, you're going to chain one and turn your work just like I talked about. We're going to do double crochets now, and we're going to do a back loop only, double crochet all the way around. So if we're looking at the top of our stitches here, here's our front loop and there's our back loop. We're looking at these V's here on the top. So here is the back loop back here of this first stitch. So we're going to do a double crochet in that back loop only. So just grab that back loop and do a double crochet. So US terms, remember. So we're going to do that in every stitch all the way around, but we will be skipping our loop we just made. We're going to skip all of those foundation single crochets. But we will work back loop only, double crochet in all the other stitches besides. These double crochet stitches, I'll show you. This is the basis for our weaving in and out for this special little embellishment here. Okay, here's where it kind of gets a little complicated, but I believe that mist there is from the loop, and we're gonna just find that stitch here and work our back loop only double crochet. So we skipped over that loop, and we're working our back loop only double crochets all the way around. So continue working around. You'll have 48 back loop only double crochets. And then we're gonna slip stitch to join once we reach the other side. Here we are at the end of round 58. And I'm gonna go at the top of that first stitch and slip stitch to join. Now we're just gonna continue working around in the direction we had been going. With round 58, we're not going to turn back. We're just gonna keep on keeping on. And in this very first stitch here, we're going to do a single crochet. And in every stitch around, we're going to do a single crochet. And we're going through both loops, just single crochet through every stitch all the way around. All of those double crochet stitches we just made, we're going to work a single crochet stitch on top of them. When we get to the end of the round, we're not going to slip stitch, we're not going to turn, we are just going to continue working in the round like we had been with this earlier part of the cuff. And we're going to work that way for the rest. We're going to work that way for the rest of the cuff. So this is round 59, and we're going to work through round 71. 71 is the last round of the cuff. So I will meet you at the end of round 71. Just we're working a single crochet in each stitch around, and not turning, not slip stitching, not chain oneing at the end of each round. We're just continuing around. This is what it should look like at the end of round 71. And we have just finished the cuff. So this is kind of the back side. You can see the seam a little bit right here. Once you are done with your last stitch, I would just make a slip stitch into the next one just to make your seam a little bit less gradual. Fasten off, and then you can weave in that end. So here we have it. We have 3 parts of the stocking finished. We have our heel and the body with, we have the toe, the body, and then the hole for the heel, and we just finished the cuff. Here we have our hook, our loop that we can hang up on a hook, and here is our cuff. These double crochets, next time we will make a little embellishment to kind of weave in and out of that, and we will also work on the heel. You may notice that the cuff is a little bit longer than the inside here, and that is just because I don't really want it to be obvious. I just kind of wanted to hide that seam right there. So that is why the front part, the flap, is a little bit longer than the part underneath. If you don't like that, you can make it shorter to match. Okay, well, we will see you next time for the next video and the next tutorial on how to add the heel in and how to add our embellishments. Okay, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Hit that little bell so you're notified when the next part of the cowl releases, as well as any other yarn related video content that I release. Leave me a thumbs up and also a comment. Comment with what color you made your cuff. I always ask about what color you made stuff. I'm just interested into seeing the creativity that you all have. Let me know if you have any questions, and why not just also leave me what you're doing for Christmas? That would be so fun. Okay, we will see you guys for the next video. Bye-bye.